What is going on, guys? This is Daniel, and before we get to the offense, I want to give a quick shout out to YouTube user Alex Choi. I was simply checking my YouTube messages and he sent me this animation. I didn't ask for it, so shout out to him for putting in the time and effort to put this together, and it's clear he has some graphic design skills. So now, let's get to the point series of the Princeton Offense. Also known as the high post series, the series starts with a guard-to-guard pass, then the guard who passed it will cut through while the center comes up to the high post. The ball is delivered to the center with a bounce pass, and at this point you have 3 wings spaced out in this manner, and the center with the ball at the elbow. Now the point guard has 3 options, the first being away, where he screens away to the weak side for the first wing. The wing typically back cuts this screen, and then the point guard pops out to run a screen and roll with the center, while the wing who back cut receives a pin down on the weak side. This is an excellent action, though they can't get a good shot here. Here you see the Lakers run this same option. You have the away back cut, and when that's not open, you have the screen and roll on top, though the best they can do here is an isolation 3. Point does not always need to be initiated with a guard-to-guard pass. Here the guard with the ball simply waves the other guard to cut through, initiating the action. They again run away, and when the wing who comes off the pin down doesn't have an immediate shot, he can look into the post, and Kenyon Martin can score here. Again, they run away, and Martin is the wing who back cut here, and usually he'd go to the weak side to receive the pin down. But here, he posts up in the lane and receives the pass and scores. The second option the point guard has is called under, where he cuts through the lane, receives a pin down, and then a dribble handoff. This is a very good option, and here it gets Jason Kidd a wide open look at a jumper. I want you to watch Kenyon Martin here. He's the wing in under who will set the pin down for Kidd, who receives the dribble handoff. Now watch how Martin fills to about foul line extended for ideal spacing. Martin wasn't a great shooter, but this fill should typically be for a jump shot, and you see Richard Jefferson execute that here, filling to the foul line for a jumper. Again, you see the point guard wave the other guard through, under again, and when the fill man does not have an open jump shot here, his first look is into the center for a post up. The third option the point guard has is called over, where he cuts to the strong side and sets a pin down to form a split in front of the center with the ball. If the wing comes over the top to use the screen, you have a pin down on the weak side, and here they get an open jumper. Here you'll see Martin cut to the block, not come over the top on this split, so he can post up there, Kidd can feed him, and he draws a foul. You can see how the center can survey his options, and here he hits a face-up jumper. Now, if the center is being denied or the point guard simply wants to execute a different option, he can perform the rollout, where he makes a spin dribble toward the weak side, the first wing back cuts. That's a legit scoring option. If that isn't open, the wing who cut through for point receives the pass on the wing, and then the point guard receives a flare screen from the center for here an open 3. Again, you see the rollout option, and the flare screen for the point guard here results in a corner 3. This time it's Kerry Kittles who executes the rollout, and when his defender goes over the top of the flare screen, you can see how he curls it, and this opens up a variety of options, including an open jumper here. Remember, if a wing cuts back door, he can exit to the strong side or post up on the strong side, which Martin does here, and this turns into a post up with weak side movement as you still have the flare screen, and it results in a foul. And here Kidd, who performed the rollout, passes directly to Martin posting up off of the back cut. And watch Martin here as he performs a clever move by turning his backdoor cut into a pin down, freeing up an open 3. And this time when Gilbert Arenas performs the rollout, he gets his defender to flop and he hits an open jumper. You can also execute a high screen and roll out of point. Usually the ball would be passed to the center or the point guard would execute a rollout, but here the center simply comes up to screen the ball and you have a pick and roll with good spacing. And here you see the Lakers execute the same high pick and roll option. Well, there you have it, guys. Part 3 will be coming out in the next few days, and one thing I forgot to mention in Part 1 is that the reason there are no college teams included in these breakdowns is because college Princeton is really a completely different animal than pro Princeton. You have 11 more seconds on the shot clock, and at the collegiate level, they just run it differently than the pros. So, thanks for watching and see you next time.